How many languages do you speak?
4.
Which ones?
Common, Dwarvial, and Sylvan.
Whoa.
We got a lot of back when the whole thing went down and a lot of people got trapped here or things like that. We got a lot of elves and a ladrin or two. A lot of people that were lost who couldn't go back to their homes or.
Wait, are your people from the another plane?
Yeah, some of them.
Oh, that must be difficult, not being able to go back.
I imagine it would be for them, though. I think they found a home in my people who had just lost a lot of our own people in history, and in a way,
Right.
our people are our home, so what better than another band of lost misfits to make a family out of? I mean, we originally found them, and from what I partially remember, we tried to take them to a city or two, and some of them did go in, but a lot of them decided to stay with us. So we kept them. We always offer a home to lost people who are looking for a new way.
Can you teach me a language?
Sure. Which you interested in one of them?
I think...
Should learn Sylvan. It's a very beautiful language.
Do you know Sylvan, Telsa?
Yes.
I'll trade Sylvan for a ring.
What?
You wanted to... Just recommending what you should learn. Not saying you have to.
Draco.
You should learn the language of your enemies to destroy their spirits in a fight.
Do you speak Goblin, Frank?
Is that even a language?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think I know some songs in Goblin.
What languages do you speak then, Frank? What are your enemies?
Common.
Mostly... Whatever languages you speak. Infernal and Abyssal.
Let me see. Let me see what I speak again for a moment there.
Do you really want to learn Sylvan?
I'm gonna answer him in Abyssal. Interesting choice.
What'd you say?
Interesting choice.
And what does that sound like to the rest of us?
See,
Hamane
language.
Hamane.
That's why you should better learn Sylvan.
The words that the Larians speak invoke images of cults and murder in all of your minds.
If you want to learn Sylvan, I'm not going to charge you something for it.
Oh no, I just want my ring of jumping back.
Oh, you trade her. Why would you trade you something
you
she
should
already
not try
knows
to
for a
sell
ring?
it.
Telsa, what would you desire in return for Draco's ring, since this is such an issue that keeps coming up? Is there something he can trade you that you'd be willing to?
Has he asked for it in character?
Yes.
Yeah. He asked for it back when you took it, and then once again at some point.
Yeah, so that... Right now I can't think of anything.
Well, tell you what, why don't you think about what Draco might be able to offer you that you'd accept in return for the ring, and then you two can make that trade, and we can stop hearing about it.
I could make a magic item for you.
Yeah, I was just thinking, you can make magic items. Well, if you can make something...
Which kind of magic item?
It's better for me, benefits me more.
Alright, see, now you two have a deal.
I could make you.
Draco, how's
A
that
better-
shoulder-mounted cannon coming along?
Oh, that's a good point.
The
I've got
what?
lines for it. Here, look, and he shows you what is effectively schematics written in Gnomish for a shoulder cannon.
What are these squibbles?
That's what it's going to look like, but it'll be bigger on your shoulder.
Are you saying that to Frank or to Delta?
Frank. Draco's attention has been
Wait,
fully
you
diverted.
get a cannon on your shoulder?
I can make you one too, it just won't be as big, because you're not as big as he is.
Was he referring to the writing or the?
He
How
was
good is Draco's
referring to the
handwriting?
writing. I mean, he's
Frank, are you
writing in
familiar
Gnomish.
with the-
Yeah.
I think he was. I would assume he was talking about the writing. Draco, on the
Yeah.
other hand.
Yeah, so then Ray's gonna look at Frank this time and go, Frank, are you familiar with the idea of other cultures? Wait, didn't you say you were also from a tribe?
Yeah.
One of the stationary ones, I'm assuming. Sent to get the help with the orders. I mean, we used to, but then we started moving about or whatever, so kind of harder, but
Yeah, I guess you could say we moved once.
yeah.
Right.
Rin just looks kind of
That joke didn't land.
It's probably good. Have you been in contact with your people much?
I was, when they escaped, I escorted the most of them out, and then kept with them, kept them safe until all of them settled around in different cities as we went through, until there were no one left to protect.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds.
They
like-
didn't die, they settled
Well, you still
in other.
split up.
That's
Do you
fine.
see them often? Or ever?
After I joined the Paladin Order, they weren't really my people that much anymore. It was more just a trade.
Frank,
What?
are you a slave?
What?
You said you
He's a slave.
did you get traded?
Draco, it's not uncommon for tribes to. I mean, we never did it. It's one of the reasons why we move about, especially after everything, is that we didn't want to trade children for protection, but it's something that we did a long time ago as well.
It was a trade, yes, but it was an honor for the children that got picked by the Order.
Why did you get picked?
Because I was the strongest. Have you not seen my might?
I actually haven't. I don't think I've seen you without your armor.
Oh god, child.
The armor is only but an extension of my might.
Why don't you show us your unbridled might?
Can I look at your armor?
Frank did not hear that as he was slightly disturbed by Melody or moment.
Show us your rod of lordly might.
It counts as a magic item.
Legendary magic item.
An artifact.
Please do not call Frank's penis an artifact.
Oh, Draco, speaking of magic items,
Yes.
you remember when Frank and me had that combination attack during the fight with the dragon? when our magical
Yes.
weapons
Speaking of
kind of fused, and I've been training with Frank a bit, and I have to admit the backlash of that attack is really stressful on my body, and I was wondering if there was any way or item to lower this backlash.
Like a physical pain, or like a
Yeah, I take
what
damage.
do you feel?
Yeah, it's a physical pain, yes. And it feels like something's like it's almost like a weapon or some kind of magical spell strikes me and it hurts me.
Maybe you should just try to train your body and mind to withstand it better.
Yeah, didn't we train it? So
Yeah,
we didn't
that's
have it
that's
anymore?
what I'm doing. Yeah, we trained it, but we haven't tried it out since then, so we don't know if it's still that bad or not.
Who the fuck named this thing? Oh,
Which
shit.
one?
I put it way too far by accident.
What's it called?
This best friend.
Best friends.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead.
I could make you an item that lets you recover some of your magic, so you could heal yourself.
I can just give you magic back.
Can you?
I mean,
Yes.
it
Yeah,
isn't.
that's
I guess it
possible.
isn't bad if we have two ways of getting magic back, right? Doesn't hurt.
How do you get people's magic back? Because that could be really helpful for making that item more efficient.
Like I said, my people have traditions.
That's so unhelpful. I'm
it's-
trying to stop people from dying.
It's
Yeah.
a better. It's hard to explain.
Oh, do you not know?
I do know. It's something I learned to do. It's not something that I was like innately born with. My people. I told you that we had protected Arnstones for a really long time. Well, having Arnstones, my people revered Arnstones for a long time. In our minds, they were gifts given to us by nature to help us harness her energies to help us survive. It was a trade-off for honor in her. But in that reverence, it was using them that in the way that we revered them. You know, we learned how to harness magic, hence perhaps why I look so odd in my own abilities. But in doing so, my people learned a lot of ways to combine magic in more mundane ways that aren't just spell casted. We learned to pull it out of ourselves and, more importantly, find ways to restore it in others. And in doing so, we had warriors like I was trained. I'm one of the last ones left in my tribe after what happened. The last one that we had was my mentor for a really long time, and he taught me how to see magic and how to, more importantly, find magic within myself and give it to other people. It's a practice thing.
So if you have minds, how do you not have so much soul?
We don't have... What? At what point did I say we had minds?
Sure, then you said you had minds.
I said in our minds with a D.
Also, not every mine has salt in it.
Every mind is
I
salt.
also don't know.
It
much
is
about
known.
minds.
Yeah. So it's it's something I learned to do. But yeah, I can. It's about energy, I guess. I can kind of find magical energy inside of me and pass it on to people. And if you can cast spells, it helps you out that way. But also, I've learned how to use it with less magical of people, so they, I don't know, it heals them, sort of. It doesn't heal them. It provides a temporary buffer between their pain and them, I guess.
That sounds very nifty.
Can
Hurt
you,
a lot
You
to
also
do it.
said it hurts you quite a lot.
It can. As much energy. It's unpredictable. The magic of nature is not as easily controlled as some other kinds, I guess. I mean, you've seen what I do when I focus in battle, I suppose you could call it. I don't get to predict what happens, so I can't also. Once I open the floodgate of transferring this energy, I don't get to choose how much I transfer. It's kind of a spur of the moment burst kind of a thing. So it is me giving my own energy to you guys, so it does hurt quite a bit. But I mean, it's worth it sometimes, ain't it? It can be taught, I guess.
No
But-
offense then, but wouldn't it be cool then if Rusty made an item that did something similar?
Rusty?
Then you wouldn't have Draco. Whoops.
Yeah, I
And
guess
And
that
you
just
wouldn't have
won't
that
happen.
backlash, and if I had more magic, I could probably lower down my own backlash from the pain.
I would also like magic.
I never said that
Well,
you shouldn't. I just said that it was something I could do.
Okay,
And to answer Draco's question,
the
it
more
can be
options, the
taught,
better.
but it'll take you time and discipline.
I
mean,
have one of those.
I trained for 19 years
Whoa.
to get to where I am. And that was just formal training. It's not including experience.
Okay, maybe not. Can you give me a basic principle of what it feels like?
It feels like... It feels like all of your... It feels like the energy pathways in your body all alight, and you can feel it being dragged out of you. Like, not like a stream, like it's being torn away by physically ripped from your being.
Sounds like a much more painful version of what I'm doing.
I mean, pain is relative, right? It's just pain.
Is it?
It'll pass. Pain is part of life. You don't get anywhere without hard work, and sometimes you don't get anywhere without pain. Pain will fade eventually, if it's just another tool to be used.
maybe you should just learn an instrument. Sounds much
do know.
easier. No, I'm talking to Draco.
Oh.
No, that's...
I almost
Much
learned
less
an instrument
pain.
once.
What does almost mean?
Well, I had to pick music lessons or tinker lessons, and I went for tinker lessons.
So you
I got
did
pretty
not.
good.
Draco, you can't tell me none of your skills have come without pain.
I work. It doesn't hurt. Well, that's not true. Sometimes something explodes in your face, but that's not really the goal.
Well, I mean, what about exhaustion, isolation, other kinds of pain? You've sacrificed to get your abilities, right?
I've put time into them.
You seem lonely. I assume you're isolated to learn these kinds of things.
What about your parents? Were they happy with the way you the path you've chosen?
My mother was. She was always pretty proud.
So your
Maybe
father
she was
wasn't?
too- I mean,
Your
he-
parents should be proud.
okay. My father, I think he was, but he didn't know. He didn't like saying it. You know, he always wanted me to do more things and be better at it. But, you know, sort of in the way fathers are.
He had a hard time expressing it.
I don't know. I didn't ask.
Well, if you didn't ask, how are you ever to know?
Well, I don't.
Exactly.
That's
Maybe you
what
should
happened.
ask next time.
I might.
I
It
can't
really
imagine.
doesn't matter what your parents think.
I can't imagine they wouldn't be proud of you. You're an amazing young man. And you're doing great things. Why wouldn't they be proud?
I mean, they might be.
I'd be proud if I were your parent.
What have I done?
What do you mean, what have you done? Do you not see where you are? Look at you. You, from what I understand, which might be probably nothing, you came from a very affluential background, and you pursued what you loved, even if that meant leaving it behind. You came to this extremely potentially dangerous mission because it was asked of you. Now, maybe it's for adventure, maybe it was to do the right thing, maybe it's because you want to help people. I can't tell you why you came, but you still are risking your life to potentially help everyone. You're giving stuff up to be a better person. When we, did what we did those days ago with the dwarves, you thought about what that meant for you. You're conscious of your actions. You're already an accomplished inventor. You're a great tinker. You're learning how to cook and you're developing new skills. You've done so much. What do you mean? What have you done?
Sits back at things.
You don't need legends to have accomplishments. Sometimes just getting up in the morning again is a good enough accomplishment. And it takes more effort and energy than the greatest deeds.
Okay.
Speaking of, why did everyone come to this?
I thought it'd be cool.
We're just gonna look around at everyone else.
Someone made me do it. And she looks at Larian.
Well, this was our chance. We've heard there was a way to save a lot of people. And that was my primary goal anyway on my whole journey. To help and save as many people as possible.
Yeah,
And if
so you're
this-
the better half in
And
this.
if this Godstone is as important as they claim to be, I feel like this is the place I can help the most.
Knowledge.
Good. Gonna stare at Frank now, ready for an answer.
Wait, you spoke to me?
To everyone.
I spoke to everyone! I asked why you came.
Why did you join the cause?
There's
Fuck, bitches
supposedly fiends and demons down here, no?
There are certainly a lot of undead.
Yeah, but I think
And they need to be vanquished.
most of them.
Yep, they just need to be vanquished, you know? Just as simple as that.
This is my calling.
I love that.
Gonna look at Alright now.
He's like, what even is that for a question? It's as simple as that.
Red stares into the distance for a few moments. Probably just mulling over the answer in his head. Or perhaps he himself doesn't know that easily. And then
Sad
he just
over all the gunpowder he lost. All
Uh,
that sniff.
What does he say?
redemption, perhaps idealism.
Redemption's an interesting thing, I guess. But I hope you get it. for whatever it is. I'm sure this will make up for it, I guess.
It's 4:43 p.m. here right now. I just need to go to the store real quick before 6.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting it out there.
Why
Letting
not
you
go
guys
now?
know.
Okay.
Of course, it's not your.
Because we're in middle of a conversation thing.
Is
Nah.
this... we can finish this up and maybe take the big break, or I don't know, it's up to Becker.
How long do you need, Alf, for the store?
I just need to go get some beer.
Yeah, how long?
Shouldn't take long. Like 10-15 minutes.
Okay, we can do that.
Whenever you
And,
guys want to take your drink.
Right now I'm trying,
Okay.
well, not right now, because I'm trying to get some freaking relationship development amongst this party, thank you.
We can continue the conversation while Frank is asleep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, or we can
always
just
do
take a break
character
of 15
development.
minutes.
Just
You're the
have
one
a
who ditches us for a
car.
beer.
No, he needs to get beer. You don't understand.
No,
Finish this,
my
and then...
my cousin is in town who lives quite far away, and I was thinking I might want to grab a few beers with him later on, so I just need beer for that.
Oh.
Well,
I mean,
why
sounds
don't
like a good plan.
Since you said you only need like 10 to 15 minutes, why don't we finish this by the... maybe... why don't we like do a little bit more, and then we can, I don't know, take the break, the bigger one? That'll give them
Mhm.
enough time.
Sure.
I also need to go a bit earlier today because of the same reason, like 8-9 o'clock.
Wow.
It's gonna be fine.
Wow.
Now it's 4:45.
Okay.
Oh no, only 5 hours.
Hmm.
How dare you.
More like 3-4, but yeah.
Gosh. 5 hours.
I'm trying to ignore the arts after redemption. I'm trying to get character info.
After redemption for all that gunpowder you snorted while playing with the princess.
Just slur this in character.
No.
Continue with the flow. Oh, we never asked Art, so I guess we'll ask Art. Do you speak other languages?
He sort of rolls his eyes a little. Haven't really set my mind to.
Just trying to be friendly, man.
Well, if you ever wanted to learn one, I guess this journey's the chance.
Yeah.
You have quite a few different languages to choose from, I guess.
Yeah. I need some languages, man.
What languages do you speak, Roman?
I know Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
What about you, Telsa? It's just common and Sylvan.
And Elvish.
You know, a lot of people assume that would be the one that we know. Or, I know, but... Is there much of a difference between Elvish and Sylvan?
Does this mean I can talk about you behind your back and you won't know?
I
There's
expect
quite a
nothing
difference.
less.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Elvish or Lichnites from Sylvan, but it's pretty different by now.
Sure, it has its roots.
Yeah.
Rita, you could talk about me to my face. Not like a coward.
No.
You know, I've never
Hey.
understood that.
I may be metal, but I'm not very strong.
I've learned Elvish from Telsa. I mostly understand everything, but speaking it is still a little bit of a problem for me.
He has a terrible accent.
Yeah.
I can't... You know, I didn't really learn languages like later in life. In where I grew up, it was kind of like a mix. We, some things we address in one language and some things it's another. And I mean, obviously we learned common for trade, but back home we don't really speak much common. It's a big, well, I mean, there's a couple words that are always common, but it's just a big mix of languages that everyone understands. It's really odd to speak in only one language constantly, honestly.
Then you should teach me some, and we can talk about that.
What would you like to learn?
I guess Dwarvish first. Why not all of them? We've got time.
I guess.
It also takes time.
I'm a pretty fast learner, I think.
I have keen mind.
I have been one.
Beggar said nothing for like 30 minutes, and that's the first thing.
I think I'd be willing to teach you or anyone else who wants to learn stuff. I'd never begrudge someone who's willing to learn about new things.
I have an abstract question unrelated to your conversation.
Oh,
for
okay.
Does anyone feel like time's been passing weirdly?
I have no perspective of time down here.
Do I feel like time?
Yeah, I feel since I've been down here, I've forgotten about what time actually is. It's very weird down here.
It's not what I
Well,
mean.
Draco, you
Well,
know
I
that-
don't have keen mind, okay?
Draco, you've been traveling roughly for 3.5 weeks, and you feel like you've been traveling for roughly 3.5 weeks.
No, it's been 3.5 weeks.
Has it really?
It has.
Fuck. Such
Okay.
shit. It's a while.
Yeah.
Wait, 3.5 weeks since when?
Since we started traveling.
Together.
I've been
Yeah.
stuck with y'all for 3.5 weeks.
Okay.
Felt like a little bit longer to me, but
We're at the almost offended okay from Draco. We're gonna elbow him in like a joking manner to
You want to
indicate that was a jest, like lightly elbow him.
Elbow you into the ground.
Ow.
Pardon me.
Oh, I didn't even do it that hard.
I'm gonna
You're wearing really thick armor.
I know you're wearing armor.
He's
I'm
taking
gonna
his chest
walk.
plate off.
a little bit away.
Arms.
I didn't like bash you with my elbow. Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm gonna walk a little bit away from people, and then someone throws something at me.
What's the nearest object to me? Is there like a rock or
Stone
something?
on the ground.
What? There's a
Huh?
Or the
stone.
planet.
Stone
I
on
wanna-
the ground.
I want to throw it at Moment. Hopefully.
Give me an attack roll.
What?
attack
Give me an
roll.
attack roll.
Attack roll. Oh god. I don't feel bad.
Chronic surge.
You asked me to throw something at
What?
you.
Yeah.
That's 15 plus 7, so whatever
Yeah, well,
that is.
Chronic surge. Roll it
Yeah,
again.
16, 17, 18. Okay.
Remember,
Thought
you
you
have a
were-
calculator.
You know, so it's... Oh, who keeps putting numbers on it?
Yeah, it's looking at me. Hold on.
Wait, you have to reset it. So,
There we go.
No, you have to
No,
click
I,
this.
I did. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. Fuck it, I'm doing it myself. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's a 19.
Do you want me to lock the calculator?
No, it's fine. I'm sure you'll fuck with me. I'll
Okay,
end up
how much
counting
rock
on
does
my fingers again.
How much damage does a rock do to me?
You're just a masochist.
Somewhere between 1 and 10, probably.
What a 10! Oh my
Would you like
god!
me to roll a d10?
It's just a rock. Is that not like a D4?
It's a pretty big rock.
Jesus.
Pretty strong throw.
What,
It's
what
not
do I
a
roll?
stone, it's a really big rock.
It's a boulder.
It's a boulder.
Who's rolling?
You are.
It's an obelisk.
I need to find a d10.
It doesn't.
Is it really a D10? Jesus. We should just be throwing rocks in combat.
I know.
Oh, there's
One.
only one. I guess Rune kind of knew what they were doing and held back a little
One
bit.
damage.
No.
But I definitely pelted you with that rock.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, Rune just bent down, picked up a rock, and just cannonballs it straight at your chest.
It doesn't seem like it's slow or anything, does it?
Nope.
Okay.
Rune definitely doesn't need a cannon on her shoulder.
Okay. Do anything. And I'll rejoin and sit back down.
Why did you want the... What?
It's hard to explain.
I think we can manage it.
Something that feels a bit strange.
How so?
Like, me and you, we've got pretty keen minds, right? Now, now, we both know it's been about 3.5 weeks since we've traveled. You say it's felt like that. For some reason, I feel like it's been years. I know it's not.
Do you just find us really boring?
No.
Is this your way of telling us that?
No.
Has this not been mildly boring?
I've been sketching and things. I don't really notice.
I mean, how used are you to travel, Moment? Do you travel around like this often?
Well, I'm gonna say no.
Well, welcome to the road. It
the-
often feels like years, even when it's only been
No,
days.
like-
I mean, Moment, you've been awake for, what did you say, about a year?
Yeah.
And when I talk to you, I'm not talking to a 1-year-old baby.
No.
So maybe
But I'm also
that's
not,
just you,
I'm
or your
also
body
not made
just...
as a baby.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong, but maybe it's
think-
just your... Yeah.
Well, think of it this way. You don't really sleep, right? So there's nothing to really give you a pattern or differentiate between one day and the next. It's all kind of bleeding together, right?
Maybe since when do you feel like this?
Maybe yesterday, I think it was.
Is it guilt?
Oh, maybe it's
No.
the magic water you fell into?
You did fall into very powerful magic water.
I suppose. Do my swirls look
Fell
any different?
into.
I was gonna say.
No,
No?
they look as swirly as before.
Oh
The
yeah,
longer you
you
keep
look
staring at
differently.
them, the more it seems like they are moving, but they're clearly not moving. It
Does
seems
she
like optical illusion kind of moving.
Does she look different to us?
I mean, aside from the markings, but you've not really seen her body before, so they could have always been there.
She is literally like, okay, so remember that her cloak got burned up and I had to give her my extra set of clothes? I promise they are not as covering as her. Like, she's not like
Whoa.
not wearing anything.
Wow.
No, I mean like,
Oh my.
listen, they're probably like short sleeves or something.
Damn, getting frisky, huh?
And no hood.
Sexual tension.
I'm after Ara, thanks. But I'll put you on the list.
Poor Tessa.
Lost on that.
Tels's already made it. Let's be
Yeah.
honest here.
I mean, I do
I
have...
made it on the first time we met. I'd call that a success.
I mean, I do have some...
And since
control
then,
over time.
ignored.
You do have what?
What's
some
she?
control over time.
You have control. What?
What?
Is that?
What?
I know
What?
some time magic.
You know time magic.
A little bit.
I'm
This is a very
sense.
shocking development.
I've been using it this entire time.
None of us have noticed. When have you used time
Well.
magic?
Well, for instance, when you threw that rock at me, but it didn't really work that time.
So you have time magic that doesn't work.
I thought the
Oh, yeah,
playing
oh.
should have been louder. You know,
It's
I really.
it's of a type, I guess. It's not.
Oh, I think I remember a time when you used it. honestly, I'm not that shocked that you know weird magic, but whatever, man. As long as it's useful,
How
right?
did you learn that magic?
Well, it's a good question.
So you just
What?
know it?
A lot of this. Okay, look. You Warforged are generally made with words. I didn't give myself the name Moment. It's just.
Oh my god, your name's a pun.
Mm-hmm.
It matches the book.
Who gave it to you then?
I do not know.
Why? Why
I
not?
don't remember.
Do you have amnesia?
Maybe you are older than 1 year. You just don't remember.
I'm definitely.
Definitely.
Um,
Uh,
so, which name do you prefer then? Did you choose Melody?
I did, but that was more so I would blend in better. Because. See a Warforged, it's like, oh, what's that? Whoa.
You thought a name would help you blend in better.
Well, I also used a disguise spell.
I suppose that's fair. Is that the name you prefer then?
No,
Right
no, I
moment.
think Moment works.
Is it because of your purpose, or excuse me, the perhaps purpose that you were maybe sort of intended for, but you don't actually remember that you're given that name?
I believe so.
How weird. Not your name. No, I mean something else.
Like.
Raise your hand if you've also got some weird ability that none of us know about. That should probably be mentioned, like time magic.
No, I think I'm all out of weird abilities you don't know about.
Oh, I can kind of hand it
Well,
off.
you've seen
Oh wait,
this.
actually Rune will racer.
Does everyone everyone raises?
A red race is the same.
I mean, depends on your definition of weird.
Like shocking.
I don't think so.
I'll raise my hand. Like, for instance, hey Draco, you wanna jump? Just jump.
Tell me what you're gonna do before I jump.
Nothing harmful.
I don't. Okay, I trust your intention. I'm not sure if I trust your ability. Considering you just got hit by a rock.
I'm not gonna throw anything at you.
That's not the problem. What are you gonna do?
Anything
You
at
might
you
even
either.
resist it, I don't know. It's nothing harmful. And it only lasts
Tell
a
me
moment.
what it is.
Just, well, where's the fun in that? Just jump.
Where's the
Just up and down. Just
You
straight
jumped
up and
into
down.
a giant fire pit.
Right, I'm not asking you to jump into a hole of fire though.
No,
Just
you're
jump
asking
up in
me
the
to
air.
jump. For all I know, you're gonna launch me.
No, I'm not gonna launch you.
Make Chris jump.
Alright, how about this? If you jump, and if what I want to try to do works, you'll just pause for a moment. And if it fails, then you'll just land back on your feet.
Okay. I will stand up and jump.
As he's in the air, I'm gonna try to do momentary stasis.
I cast telekinesis and throw it.
Make a con save or fail it.
I will
Purposefully.
make a con save, which I'm really good at. But luckily my roll is trash.
My
DC is 14.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
failed.
it's pretty low. Oh, hey, you failed.
Got an 11.
Alright, well, then you just, pause for a moment.
Yeah,
I guess for
there-
6
this-
seconds.
This sort of field of energy just sort of freezes you in the air, and you can't move.
Oh, that was weird. Is that something you can only do when someone jumps?
No. No, that's just an example.
Okay.
I can do that a few times.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I am landing from a jump.
It was just a hop.
I'm within 10 feet of Frank, so I get a +3, right?
I guess,
Or
yeah.
a +2.
Slow fall! I don't have slow fall.
Doesn't matter. It's only 10.
Yeah, no, yeah, takes you by surprise. After 6 seconds, immediately you already drop without any warning, but well, it wasn't that high.
Great. Why didn't we know about that?
Oh, well, that I just recently learned.
Okay.
I didn't really have any opportunities to fit
Okay. A lot of other people raise their hands, so I think it's time to share.
Who did raise their hands? It was Vern and Eret and...
in me.
And Dolaria.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're in charge of this fiasco. You choose who you want to go next, I guess.
Alright. What can you do that we don't know about?
Can you snort gunpowder from both nostrils at the same time?
That's a little rude.
I mean, presumably yes, also, right?
I mean, you've seen part of it in the tomb. I can feel combustible material from a distance, and I can sometimes also ignite it if I'm
Sometimes.
in a rush.
Sometimes.
I mean,
Usually when I've
sometimes.
taken the powder.
Usually?
You are aware that most of this probably isn't an exact science.
Is it not?
I mean, I was told.
You don't know how your magic works?
Is it magic? I suppose it is.
It's got to be magic.
Probably.
I think he's just really talented.
Or are you just really good at throwing matches?
You're throwing a match 120 feet away.
Anything else?
He looks up for a moment, as if thinking deeply. No?
Can you do that weird thing with your tongue where it make it a tube?
I'm not sure that's a combat ability or like a utility ability.
He sticks out his tongue and fails.
If you got any party tricks, I mean, feel free as well.
Well, you know, not everyone's good with their tongue.
That sounds mean.
That sounds wrong.
But okay,
It was a joke. It was an innuendo. I understand if half of you don't get it.
I get that.
that aside, do you actually have any abilities? Anything else?
I understood that. Right?
Because we set a cart on fire. Because we set a cart on fire when you could have just exploded it straight away.
I
To
would
be
have
fair,
had
he
to
did
take
have...
the powder first, and
Yeah, he did have time.
there was a lot of it.
Right. And you don't have anything else? Yet?
No, no, I mean, the others is sort of the same thing, I suppose. You can enhance my gunshots, that sort of thing. I made that smoke cloud with throwing powder, but I mean it's pretty much all the same, I suppose.
Right. Room.
Well, you know about the giving people magic thing. You know that when I can sometimes not feel pain, just like completely bypass it. I have learned to enter a sort of battle state, which then activates some kind of magical reaction, and I can see magic at will.
Okay.
Nothing too odd, I guess.
See it, is it just
Like see magic, like it turns colors and shit.
what color am I?
Ronal use detect the innate detect magic site and look at moment.
Slight pink.
You're slightly pink.
It's
Or
close
light
enough to put.
pink. It's like a aura or something. Kind of. It's hard to explain. You guys do see Rune's eyes kind of light up a little.
What color did they light up?
I think they just whatever color they were at the time, which is usually blue and like amber yellow, they just get like very vivid versions of that.
Like cat eyes.
Kind of glow a little. No, I want to change it. They get a rainbow shine because that's fucking cool.
Wow.
They glow rainbow for a hot moment. The like kaleidoscopy rainbow where it's like moving.
That's pretty
like
gay.
a
One
solid
anime.
fucking rainbow wheel.
Weeb.
Yeah, that happens for the time of Rune looking about magically, and then it fades and Rune responds with the pink answer.
What's the extent of your ability to change yourself?
Haven't we talked about this already?
I don't know. I can get really small or really tall. I have to keep the same arrangement of limbs, I suppose. I can't like grow wings or
Become a dog.
yeah.
Does
can't
your
do
weight
animals.
change too, or is it just your looks then?
Beggar.
Your mask stays the same.
No. I believe I stay about the same kind
It's
of
the
weight.
rule of equivalent exchange. Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Combine
Um,
your dog.
I'm just dying here.
It's easier to mimic what I've seen, so I tend to keep a couple of faces in mind, but like I could probably match anyone here.
Even me?
I don't know, I've never tried to look like Warforged before. Quick question. I don't know, can changelings turn into Warforged? Like, look like
You
them?
can look like a Warforged.
I want to try. We're just gonna try to look like Moment. Like they think about it for a second and then they try.
Works well enough.
And then they, I guess, will look down at themselves. Like, how successful was I?
Looked pretty good.
Small.
Oh, nice.
What if I tap the arms? Do they have a metallic tap to them, or are they like weird?
Good question. Do I feel metal to other people?
Do you feel metal?
It's a good question.
Rock on!
And
Is
so
it metal or is it just really shiny, weird flesh?
Yes.
All of the yes.
Do I get to choose, or are you thinking
I
about
would
it?
say it doesn't feel like the structure is fully metal, but the skin is definitely hardened and slightly metallic.
I should get to the store now before.
Okay, well, then let's take a short break then, I guess.
Oh.
I did not expect this to continue. So yeah, cool. Short break.
I'm guessing you're taking your long rest as well.
Yeah,
kinda
probably.
After we lost Tularian, what the fuck's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you actually a zombie?
we can do that after if you want, after the break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real fast.
How long is this break gonna be?
At least 15 minutes for Elf.
Alright, I've got time for food,
Let's
then I'll
say
be right back.
20, 25.